Hello everyone, this is Cheryl with Architect Destiny, where we're building dreams, making plans, and reaching goals. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel today. If you're new, welcome, and if you are a subscriber or you've seen quite a few of my videos, welcome back. I want today to share with you a flip through of my A5 Stálogy. This has been requested a few times on Instagram, and so I am going to do that today. As many of you know, I use the Hobonichi Cousin avec for my calendar, but I found that in order to have a holistic and complete planning system, I needed another notebook to house some of my more permanent collections and trackers and lists and notes and things like that I didn't want to have to copy over again and again every time I switched my planner, especially since I'm using the Avec. That's a 6-month planner. So if I switch over in July and all of my notes and trackers and things are in my January to June book, then I've got to copy all that stuff over, which, you know, when I first started using the Hobonichi last year, I used the daily pages for my collections, and I realized then, I was like, I probably need to do something different in 2020. So I decided to go with the half-year A5 Stálogy, and I call this my planner supplement. It houses, you know, all of my notes and reference and financial trackers, personal notes, shopping lists, things related to home, social media stuff. It's just kind of a catch-all notebook that is more permanent in nature. When I switch my Hobonichi planner in July to my second half of the year book, this book goes with that, and I don't have to write anything over. So I plan to be able to use this book for quite a while. And I'll show you as we go through that I've, you know, left several pages in each section and so forth as I saw fit to kind of make it more of a long-lasting book. So let's just jump right into it, and I'll show you what I have. As I mentioned, this is an A5 half-year Stálogy. It only has about 192, 195 pages. It's not a full 365 Stálogy. So it fits very nicely in the cover along with my Hobonichi. It's actually probably about the same size. So when we open up the book, as you can see, I have created here a washi dashboard. I've seen these so many times on Instagram and YouTube, and I just thought they were so pretty. And I said, you know, this year I'm going to do that in my book. And I kind of based the colors of my washi tape on the tabs that I selected. You see all the same colors in the washi tape as I have on the tabs, and I just think it's super cute. It's really pretty, and it always makes me happy when I open up my Stálogy. So that's the inside. If we flip the page, I just have a Target dollar spot pocket here, and I just put a die cut in there. This is from the Fox and Pip. It says Planner Nerd. My first section of my Stálogy is what I call my planning prompts, and you can see on the tab it says they're prompts. I went on a search for these because I've seen them in other people's videos for the Better Over Perfect planning prompts, and they changed the name from planning prompts to life transcribing prompts, which I think is really a cool way to refer to this. And these prompts are just, and if you join her website, you get on her mailing list, this is one of the freebies that you can get. So it's betteroverperfect.com. So it just has a lot of really good prompts when you're sitting down brain dumping or creating collections in your planner and things like that. It just gives you a lot of prompts to kind of jog your brain and get you thinking, helping you to create your lists and so forth. So I just printed all of these out, and I keep them in my planner. And whenever I want to do some brain dump work or just make some notes on things, I kind of look through here and get some ideas of different lists that I can create, or maybe things that I hadn't thought of that could be potential projects and what have you. So I just really like this. This brain dump trigger list is from, oh my goodness, what's her name? I cannot think of her name. Oh my word. I'll try to remember and link it in the description box. But anyway, you've probably seen this before because she's got a lot of different things like this on her YouTube and on her Instagram. So this is a brain dump trigger list that I've kind of personalized to my own use and my own family. I've got my husband, my kids' names on here to kind of jog my memory when I am sitting down and planning. This monthly review is from Alexis, Miss Trenchcoat. She is on Instagram. So I discovered this in one of her videos, I believe, and I just copied it into my planner. So these are all things that help me just be very holistic about my planning, to help to jog my memory, to jog my thinking, to get me, incorporating all the things that I need to in my planning. Many of you are probably familiar also with Getting Things Done by David Allen. These are just a couple of kind of help type charts and summaries from his book to show you this is like a flow chart, and this is kind of an high level overview summary of what his Getting Things Done process is. So I have put this in here just for reference. Then this, I've got so many questions about this. This is my personal planning routine that I use. This is an iteration of it. It's been updated and changed a number of times. And I have just a copy that's more permanent in my, not permanent because I washi taped it in case I update it and want to switch it out. But I've taped in a copy into my notebook. And then I also have this kind of miniature copy that I have, taped together front and back with some washi tape and laminated. And I just have a little clip on it. And I just stick it right here in my planner like that. When I get ready to plan, I just pull it out and I use it, and you probably see me do that in my videos. So this is my planning routine. So all of these things together are my planning prompts that I use to help me and to refer to when I'm planning. This next section is my notes section, and I just got lots of pages. And these lines, I've been asked what do they mean. They don't mean anything. I find that in addition to adding color to my pages, that just having every other line colored makes it easier for me to look at. If all the lines were just white and I had tons and tons of notes in here, it all kind of runs together. But, just having this variation in the lines, even though I may write on every line, just having the variation helps it be easier for me to look at. So I've just got a lot of note pages so that this will last me a long time. And this is kind of like a brain dump section for me. I just kind of got these little note to self stickers up at the top that I got from one of the Happy Planner sticker books. I just write things here that come to mind, things that I hear about that I want to look into further. I also have a research section, which is more of that, I heard about something and I need to look into it. But this is just a catch-all. I just open up this section, I just write things, I just pop sticky notes in here, and it just catches everything, things that I want to capture and don't want to lose, not ready to process them into a more permanent section of my planner, but I need to capture it somewhere. That's what this is. Many people might call this a brain dump or an inbox, but I just call it, my notes. So it's my notes section. My next section is my reference section, and I won't turn to the page that I've written on because it has a lot of personal information, but this is what it looks like. It's just plain sheet, just hand lettered in reference at the top, and this is just where I keep things that I need to refer to periodically or very often in some cases. If I need to know, You know, my son who's in college takes the Amtrak train back and forth home a lot of times for breaks and long weekends and stuff. What's his Amtrak rewards number? Yeah, I have it in here for when I'm getting ready to purchase his ticket. What are the names of the printer cartridges that we use for our printer? What are our license plate numbers? Just things like that that you just may need to know or refer to at different points in time. And they're not like ultra personal, private, like passwords and stuff, but just things that you need to look at from time to time. So I have a section for that in my planner. My next section is my finance section. Okay, finance. And the first part of my finance section is my bill tracker. These little Post-it note calendars I found in the Target dollar spot. I thought they were really cute. And they're perfect for marking paydays. My husband gets paid every week. His paydays are purple, and I get paid twice a month, and mine are orange. And then I have down at the bottom here all of the due dates for our bills, what the bill is, and what day of the month that it's due. So it's very easy for me to use this when I'm budgeting. I keep our budget in an Excel spreadsheet. But if I just need to know, when do we get paid and how many bills are going to come out of our account in that week, this is a very easy reference for that. And then I also keep track of the actual bills, not all of them. These are primarily our utilities type bills. I just keep track of them. If there's some change in amount that is really odd, then I can call and check on it and so forth. So I just, keep track of our bills on the sheet. And I have a few of those. This would be essentially 3 years worth of bills for our utilities. Then my next part of my financial section is my sinking funds. And I have several sinking funds. The first one is what we call our emergency fund. And just to show you what it looks like, the tracker looks like, I have the date of the transaction, whether we're going to put money in or take money out. That's what this column is, plus or minus. Are we putting in? Are we taking out? Then what's the balance, and any notes over here regarding the transaction. So I just log everything in here, and it's a really great way to keep track of that. This next sinking fund is our brokerage account, which is an investment account. Same headers for the columns. Date, plus or minus, balance, and notes regarding the transaction. So I have a few pages of that. I had a few pages of emergency fund as well, like 2 or 3 pages. 2 or 3 pages of the brokerage account. Then the next sinking fund is travel fund. And, oops, I'm not sure where my paper clip came from. Anyway, I'll find it. We stopped our sinking funds at the end of 2019 just for the first quarter of 2020 because we had some other things we were trying to do, but we do plan to restart all of our sinking funds in April. So that's why these pages are blank. So this is our travel fund for vacations and plane tickets and things like that we want to set aside money for. And a couple pages of that. This is our Christmas sinking fund. A couple pages of that. This is our gift sinking fund. So this is like anything other than Christmas, like set aside money for birthday gifts and things like that. And then a couple pages of that. And then this is our health savings account. Same setup. This is one of our retirement accounts. Same setup. This is now going into our credit card trackers, and we just have 2 credit cards. So I have here, it says receipts on this page, and I have a Target dollar spot pocket. And anytime we use our credit cards, if I don't have time to log it right then, I stick the receipts in this pocket, and then I go into my log and I put them in, and once I log it in, then I can throw the receipt away. Sometimes I just go check balances and just write a balance. Sometimes and these are like typically major purchases. Every single time we use a credit card, if it's like for $10 or whatever, I'm probably not going to write it in here. But if we have any kind of major purchase, I do want to keep track of those types of things and I want to keep track of our balances. So I may check our balance once a week or so, and I'll just note here where it says details, the column headers say date, transaction, whether it's a charge or a payment, and I would put the dollar amount in whichever column is appropriate, charge or payment, the details, and then the balance. So if I'm just going in and checking the balance one day, then the details, I would just say balance, and I would put the date and the balance over here in this column. And there will be nothing in the charge and payment because I didn't make a charge or a payment. I just checked the balance. So that's our Chase Visa credit card. And then we have the same thing for there's lots of pages for that. Same thing for a Wells Fargo Visa card. I have a little Target dollar spot pocket right here that I would put any receipts in that I need to log. And I check the balances here periodically as well. Oh, I found where this goes. I'm just going to clip this back together because there's some pages that I'm not going to turn to. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so that's our credit card tracker. Then I just have a notes page, and this is a place just to write general notes and thoughts about our finances, something I may need to look into, something we may need to, want to jot down so that we can talk about in our family business meeting. Just, any general notes about finances. I can write something on a sticky note and pop it on here. It's kind of like a dashboard. Some things I do write, other things I just put on sticky note. And then when I finish with that item, I can always pull off the sticky note and toss it away. And these pages last me a long time. So when you see pages like this, a lot of times they're more like dashboards. I put notes on them and then I take notes off as I process things. So these are notes for my finance section. These are some other pages, including budget notes, things that I need to remember to put in our budget or change in our budget or something to do with our budget. Like I said, that I keep in an Excel spreadsheet. I don't keep it in my Stálogy, but I may need to write a note to myself to do something, and I put it on this page. And I just have this flag because I go to it quite often. And there's some other pages I'm not going to turn to in this section. So I'm going straight to my home section. And this first page is just a brain dump of projects and things that have to do with our house, things that I want us to buy for our house, things that I want us to do to dress up and fix up our house, things that we need to replace in our house or repairs and all that. We got a quote on, termite prevention system. I just put the note in here, talked to my husband about it. Just anything to do with our house. This is the brain dump. Then the next pages are my meal ideas. And I just have it, sections, my husband's favorites, meats and casseroles, veggies, sides and salads. So when I'm doing my meal planning for the week, I can refer to this and get some ideas. And I have plenty of space to add to it. So this is really helpful. Then I have our medical appointment reference. Many of you probably have the same situation, like your medical insurance only covers you going to the dentist twice a year for your cleanings and your physicals and stuff like that. Your insurance only covers it once a year or whatever. So I like to keep track of when we do those things so that I'll know the next year when it's time to schedule it, when I need to do it. It needs to be after the date that we did it last year. So I just have that in here, my physical, my gynecologist, the boys' physicals, eye doctor appointments, my mammogram. I have the dates written in pencil so that I can erase them and change them as, we have appointments and, waiting for the next year to do them again. So I can always erase them and rewrite them. So I have, when was the last appointment for all of these. Then I have a notes section for home. Again, it's more like a dashboard where I can stick sticky notes, I can write notes. Like I have a list of repairs that we want to use our American Home Shield coverage for. So I just have it written here. Then we go to, let's see. These are some more notes. Then we go to my shopping section. And this is just like general stuff that I want to buy. Like I want to buy a tent to go over our grill outside. So when my hubby's out there cooking, he's not like burning up out there. And we need some new pillows in some of our bedrooms and things like that. So this is like just kind of a running to buy list. Then I have my coupon tracker. And here I have a Target dollar spot pocket that I keep my coupons in. When I get ready to go to the store, if I'm going to use a coupon, I take the coupon out of here and I put it into my cash envelope wallet, which I'll do a flip through of that one day. I've got that written in my notes to do as a video idea. But I keep the coupons in here till I get ready to use them, and then I put them in my cash envelope wallet. But the tracker just says, what's the coupon? What's the deal with the coupon? Is it $10 off 50? Is it 30% off? You know, what is it? Is it Kohl's Cash? When does it expire? So when I'm doing my planning, and I actually have it on here to check my coupon tracker and see if there are any coupons I need to use in the upcoming week. So I'll go here and I'll check and I'll see, do I have any coupons that are going to expire this week that I can use? And if I do, I'll grab them out and I'll put them in my cash envelope wallet, and I will put in my weekly plans that I need to go to that place, and I'll say coupon. So I'll know. So that's my coupon tracker. I have a few pages for that. This is my refund tracker. If I return something to the store, or if I'm planning to return something to the store, again, I have a Target dollar spot pocket I can put the receipt in, and then I put the date of the return, what was the return, how much, and where will the refund come back to, Amazon credit or one of our credit cards, cash, whatever. And then, so I've got it tracked here. So when I am planning, and I have it on my planner routine, when I'm planning my week, I have a note on here to check my refund tracker and see if there's any refunds that I'm waiting on. And if so, then I have a waiting on section in my weekly spread. And I'm sure you've seen that in my Plan With Me's, that I can write down, oh, I'm waiting for my Amtrak refund to show up on my credit card. So this is where I keep track of my refunds. I have a few pages for that. Online orders, just the date of the purchase, what the item was, and where I got it from, where I ordered it from, what was the cost, which card did I use. And then when I get the shipping notification, I write the day that it ships. And then when I receive it, I write the date that it arrives. So I have a few pages for that. Then the next section says schedules. And this is for my boys. Basically, they both go to school away from home. My oldest son is in college. My youngest son is in prep school. And they both go to school away from home. So these are their schedules for the semester and or year in Cameron's case. And so if I need to note something on my calendar related to their schedules, I am always checking these when I sit down to plan. I make sure I've got all of their pertinent dates on my planner, especially if it's anything that would involve me or something that I have to do. So I've got their schedules in my Stálogy. Then my next section is for my planner. Yes, I have a planner section in my planner. It's essential. I watch so many planner videos and I look at so much Instagram, and people have such beautiful planners and wonderful ideas and wonderful products. And I don't want to forget any of that stuff. I want to make notes of things that I love, things that I want to try, things that I think are cool. And this is just like a brain dump of all of those things that I've seen and read and wanted to make note of and capture and not lose. So when I'm looking to do something new with my planner or my planning system, this is my resource. I can come here and I can see, gosh, what was that shop where I saw the, the banner washi tape where you could, it's perforated washi tape. I write these things here, and I can always come back here and refer to it. As you can see, it's a place to plop sticky notes as well. I love sticky notes. And for me, having sticky notes in my planner is not an issue. I like the texture and the depth that it adds to my planner to have different things stuck in there, poking out, like these tabs and stuff poking out the top. I just love the or how it makes it so organic, like it's a living document that I use, that it helps me to manage my life. And so, sticky notes aren't always temporary for me. These have been in here for a long time, and it's all cool. So, another page for planner ideas. Then I have my planner to buy list. These are actually things that I want to purchase. A couple of pages for that. Coupon codes. These are coupon codes for different shops that I purchase from, or that I've seen people share their coupon codes. I don't know whether they should be a secret or not. I don't know, but I'll just cover them up because I don't know. And so these are like some planner buy, sell, trade groups on Facebook and Instagram that I want to keep track of. Then this next section is my project section. And the first 2 pages of my project section is my master project list. This is where I dump all project ideas, and I just have this little sticky note here that says on hold. So if I start a project and then I have to stop it in midstream for whatever reason, I just put an on hold sticker on it. And that way I know this is something I'm not working on right now. But for right now, I just have it stuck right here. I haven't been doing a lot of project work lately, unfortunately, because I've just been trying to keep up with life. But this is my project section, my planner, and this is just kind of a spread that I created. The name of the project, I write here. Any task related to the project, go here. Any things that I might need to buy in order to complete the project goes down here. And then just any notes for the project I put there. And I have several project planning sheets in this section. Some things are kind of in midstream, some have barely been started, but this is my project section. So I have room for quite a few projects, which is good. This next section is my collections. Some people just say lists, but I call it my collections. And it's just an assortment of small lists for different things, like things I want to try, restaurants that I either really like or want to try, wines that I like, vacation planning resources, but gift ideas for my husband, favorite shops that I like to shop at, activities I want to try, artists, music that I like. So these are just all movies, songs, makeup that I want to try. And then I have room for other collections if I to come up with something else. So that's what this is. Then this is my personal section. And this is just room for me to write dreams and ideas for myself. And I have my little tab up here. I have several of these through my Stálogy and my Hobonichi, and they're all from Martha Plans, and I love them. They're movable. They don't tear up my pages at the top. I really like them. So this is just a page of notes for me, just to jot down things I might want to buy for myself, things I might want to try for myself, what have you, just things I don't want to forget that are just related to me personally. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody else in my family. This is my weight log. Then I've got something covered up here. Okay, I'm going to skip over that. These are my doctor appointments and notes for my doctor appointments. So I just write the date of the appointment, who's the doctor I saw, what did we talk, why did I go, what did we talk about, what did they recommend, what medicines were prescribed, when did I start taking them, how did it make me feel, to make me dizzy, to make me feel better right away, or how many weeks have I been on it and I still feel like this or that. I just write all kinds of notes. So when I go back to my doctor, I can have this to refer to about whatever's going on. So this is what a blank spread looks like for the doctor appointments and notes. Then I have my research section, and this is what I was telling you about. It's a little bit different from my notes, brain dump section. This is a place where I can write down things I've heard about. I'm like, oh, I want to look into that, like mindfulness, 21-day fix, Shakeology, ASMR, fasted cardio, What else? Pomodoro method. Ezekiel bread. I was like, what is that? So I hear things that I think are intriguing and I write them down. It's like, I want to look into that. Like, what is that? So that's my research section. And I mentioned this earlier, my waiting on section. I put lots of things here. If I ordered something, I'm waiting on a package, I put it here. If I'm waiting on a refund for something I've returned, I put it here. If I've contacted somebody, I'm waiting to hear back from them, I put it in my waiting on section, because when I'm planning my week, as part of my planning routine, I come back and I look at this section, and anything that is relevant to the week that I'm planning, then I know I need to put it in my weekly plans, that I'm waiting on this or that, or this person or that person. So that's my waiting on section. And then quotes. I mean, occasionally I hear or read something and I think is noteworthy, and I'll write it here, but I don't really use this section all that much. I have another page for it all the same. And then this is my social media section, Architect Destiny, just all kinds of notes and things, YouTube video ideas, Instagram picture ideas. There's calendars that I've tipped in. I think these are from Annie Plans Printables, I believe, that I've tipped in to kind of plan out my Instagram posts and my YouTube posts. So this was February, this is March. And when I'm done with this, I can pull it out and tip in another one. So yeah, just all kinds of notes about Architect Destiny and my social media. And then this, business ideas section. That just has just a bunch of random stuff about being a business owner, starting a business, what you have to do, resources, stuff like that. And that's it for this section. That's it for my book. I have some sticky notes in here. I have pen tests in here. I have Tombow dual brush pens, pen test. I have some sticky notes, page flags, and some more sticky notes, a die cut that an image I printed from Pinterest, because I love coffee and I love owls. And this is a Starbucks coffee cup with owls on it. It doesn't get much better than that. And just some more sticky notes. That's my Stálogy, guys. I hope you found that interesting and inspirational, that maybe you got some ideas of how you can have one of these for yourself as a supplement to your calendar. I will tell you a little secret. I am really thinking about how can I do this for other people. I mean, maybe you don't consider yourself creative, or you don't have the time, or you just don't have the inclination or the desire to sit down and do this for yourself. I'm trying to think about how maybe I can do this. So I'm working on that right now. If you think it sounds interesting or intriguing to you, or you would really value that as a product, please leave me a note in the comments. I'm really curious to hear what you have to say about it as I'm considering doing that. So I'm going to pop my Stálogy back in my planner. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. And like I said, I hope this was helpful to you. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.